with authority.
Amak, stand on your faith.
With a standing ovation.
As we receive
an icon of political class.
The man of the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Africa's brilliant leader.
Yes.
A man who epitomizes our collective value and views.
Yes, sir.
Make a joyful noise as we receive the one and only Mr. Peter Obi.
Your Excellency, you're welcome. Please, sorry, please, it's okay. Only councillors, please. Now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this, so. I repeat, now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this, so. Say Peter Obi, now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this, so.
Now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this. I say we no get another one, eh. Now our papa be this, so we no get another one, eh. Peter Obi, eh. Our papa be this, eh.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me stand on all due and existing. Please be seated. Please sit down. When Dr. Moore invited me, he told me I should just come for an event. He didn't tell me it was a political campaign. Otherwise, I would have told him we have to go to the street and look for vote. You know, for me, the campaign is outside, not inside here. Well, let me say, Nigerians, happy Independence Day. There's the days you are happy. There's days you're not happy. And you're not happy because of where you find yourself. One of those days for somebody like me is today. And if you read my speech today, you will see it. Today, 65 years ago, Nigeria had independence. Celebrated. Everybody was happy. People thought our founding fathers fought because it was the beginning of a good life for our country. Everything was working. Time magazine, famous Time magazine, wrote immediately after independence that this is a bet of giant of Africa, a country that will lead Africa and will compete with advanced world. In the 60s, we have less people in poverty than we have today. In 1960. The first time Nigeria borrowed money was in 1962-63 by the then Prime Minister, Do you know what he borrowed that money to do? To build Kainji Dam. Kainji Dam is functioning today. The World Bank president said that he's borrowing money for a nation that will be great. Today, we're in poverty. People are starving. So many people don't know where the next meal will come from. So it is a day of mourning, a day of sadness. If you love humanity, you will feel bad. If you love humanity, you will feel bad. If you listen to my tweet on Monday, today is Wednesday. Am I right? If you see my tweet on Monday, and I'm happy that I'm talking where Mo is. I talked about a man who won Nobel Prize on Economics last year, who said, so many countries know what to do to prosper. Him and his team. But they refuse to do it. And he went on to say, example of such countries, Nigeria. And I said, I must go and find this man. And sitting with him for 2 hours on Saturday in University of Chicago, I could see a country that have all it takes to be a great country. I'm happy you people are celebrating. Whenever I see people celebrating in Nigeria, I said maybe God created them differently. Because for me, Mo knows how I feel. Mo is contesting to be chairman of AMAC. And I can tell you, I'm going to go through the streets with him. I'm not doing it for anything. I'm not doing it for anything other than I believe. You can go and check my political history. I've supported people to be senator, House of Rep. I've supported people to be chairman of local government, everything. I've also appointed people in my 8 years of being governor. I've been opportuned to say people should be local government chairman. The only thing I tell people is that in my 8 years of being governor, I did not nominate anybody to be chairman of local government or councillor. Not in my local government, not in any other local government. This is something you can go and ask Anambra people. Not one day did I nominate one person to be chairman of local government, not in my local government or any other place. And nobody have ever become local government chairman in my 8 years and bought me a bottle of Fanta. I have never supported anybody in politics and the person bought me a sachet of pure water. I have a policy and everybody knows that policy. If you have anything you give to Peter Obi, look around. There's somebody around you that needs it. Whatever I need, whatever I want as a person, God gave it to me. So it is my joy that we share to other people. I don't look down on people. You never see me say, who are these people? Whenever you see me look down on somebody, I'm trying to lift the person up. Because all of us here are children of God. God created us equal. Gave us different opportunities. That's why when I go to a place, you say, oh, don't go here. Don't do this. I say, no. This is a child of God. God made it possible for me to be around him, to uplift him. Mo knows why I will support him. I've traveled with him to places. And he knows what I always tell him. I say, Mo, what is different between these people and us? And I'll give you an example. Somebody wrote called Growing Apart. Growing Apart. It is a book between Indonesia and Nigeria. We have similarities. We have more oil than they have, but they have oil. They have military government. We have military government. A famous professor, a renowned professor of John Hawkins, wrote how these two countries went this way. One was growing, the other one was headed south. While this one was pulling their people out of poverty, this one was throwing their own into poverty. After reading the book, I went to Professor Lewis. I went and sat down with Professor Lewis in America. Because that's, for me, a leader must be a listener and a learner. If you can't listen and learn, you should not lead. If you know everything, you are an idiot, you should not learn. So, I went to listen to Professor Lewis. And I decided to take a tour of Indonesia. And I went with Dr. Moses. You know, he will tell you, I went with him because he's a northerner. I went with another DG of Big Tent. I went with two of them. And when we arrived in Indonesia, we met Minister of Planning, Minister of Education, Minister of Health, Minister for Small Businesses, Minister for Villages. Well, after meeting them, we met the Vice President. And that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to see their most popular president who handed over January this year. We went there in February. He just handed over this year, January. And I said he doesn't live in Jakarta. He lives in his village. And I told Modem, I'm going to go to his village. I must see this man. I must talk to him. Because I want to know what propelled him the way it is. And I went to his village. I flew. It's not something, it's 2-hour flight. I bought ticket and flew to his village. And they know what I'm saying. When I got to his village, he has gone somewhere. And I said to them, I'll wait for him to come back so that I can see him before going back. One thing is very striking. I said, they told me that he goes to a particular restaurant and entertain people whenever the people visit him. Because in a small village, he lives in his house where he was local government chairman, the house where he served as governor, and that's where he lived as president for 10 years. In that house, you cannot drive 3 cars inside the compound. So we're back on the road. It was just a small house. And he was happy to live there. And I went to the restaurant. I went to the Mama Put. Call it Mama Put. Where he goes. And when I came, I asked the owner of the restaurant. When he comes here, I want to sit where he sits. And when he comes here, there's other people who leave because it's just a small restaurant that can only take about 10 people. He said, no, he likes people. So when he comes, he even comes when the place is full. So because he likes other people, around poor people eating, I said, I want to eat what he eats. So because I want to know the price of what he eats. Huh? So want to eat what he eats. And they gave me what he eats. That's what I take. Everything when I paid was under 7,000 naira. And when he came back, he was surprised. He said to me, they said you want to see me. I was wondering why you want to see me. And I said, because I want to know how you did what you did for 10 years. That's changed this place. I won't tell you everything. But he says to me, Peter, fight corruption. Use public money for the people. Invest in their children's education. Invest in their health. Today, we're in Nigeria where people are looking for food. We're in Nigeria after 1 week of tour, morning, afternoon, night. On one of the days, because we were there for 7-8 days, I called Mo, I called Ibrahim. I said, it is now past midnight. We must go out on the street. Because during the day, we didn't see anybody begging. During the night, we didn't see anybody. And I asked Mo and Ibrahim, did you see any Almajiri here? You might not know, Indonesia is the country with the highest number of Muslims in any country in the world. It's 90% Muslims of the 280 million. We didn't see one person begging. Not one person. I went to the village. They announced in that restaurant who I am, joked everything. Nobody in that village asked me, Oga pay for me, or Oga this. Nobody. And I asked him, and when I asked the Minister of Planning, why are there nobody begging? He said, why? They're in factories, working. They get paid like any other person. The people who were taking us around, more no. The taxi driver, our women, the young girls who were taking us around, the young boys, you dash them money. They say no. They're paid. Because they're working. They're working. We went to the election. It's important. We went to vie for their election. We went to the electoral body. We asked the election chairman. How do you conduct your election? What is qualification for president? He told us. You have to have this, secondary school, this, university, this. I said, supposing if you don't have it, or supposing it's in doubt or it's false, he said, listen, what are you talking? If you don't have it or you forge it, you'll be in jail. I said, if you elect somebody like we are trying to elect more in ADC, after the election, can the person change the party? He said, what for? You can only change your party during an election. After election, you stay with the party. It doesn't stop you from supporting any other person. You can support somebody who is good. There's something you call proportional. Why am I telling you people all this? We're going to face the election now where all of us here are trying to know who will collect money. You now see some young people say, these people have given me money. They have given me this. That's why I changed. Okay, Peter, I was following you before, but you know, things are difficult, so I've collected money, no problem. Believe you, I say it every day. Peter Obi is not desperate to be Nigerian president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. I'm desperate to see people eat. That's why when I'm saying I will support Mo, because he has gone around and seen these things with me. And I tell him Mo, and Mo have visited in this Amak. He actually took me. And you know what happened that day? I said, Mo, today, all I want to do is to go to where a hospital where nobody can, in the village, where nobody can to go, so that I can look at the small people there, maybe pay their bill. That's all I want to do today. Mo actually took me to a hospital. He knows the place. I don't know the place. In fact, I was asking him, is this part of the capital? What type of place is this Mo that you are bringing me? I said, within Abuja capital. I went to where there's no road. Our car couldn't even reach to where we are going. We had to stop somewhere. I was entering inside and I said, Mo, is this part of Abuja? He said, yes. I said, okay. Let's be going. We got there. We had only one nurse, treating over 100 people. Nurse, I didn't say doctor. Only one nurse. That's where women came to give birth. They have no toilet. Where women are going to give birth. So I said, Mo, we're going to build toilet for them. We're going to do this for them. We're going to fix it and everything. He did it. Wonderful woman. He gave us a bill, I think about 3 million or 4, something like that. I said, Madam, be rest assured. And we've done it in 2-3 places. Because he knows. I tell him, I say, Mo, I don't celebrate. You have never, if anybody tells you that it's somewhere Peter Obi was celebrating, it's a mistake. There's nothing to celebrate here. People I need. Schools don't have chair. People don't have water. People don't have anything. So even if you take me, I said, Mo can tell you the better part of me. Because he's gone around me and he will tell you that, and he have checked into a hotel in America. I wasn't paying. But when I saw the price the person was paying, it's not me paying, no. By the time he came back in the morning to see us, I changed another hotel that is far cheaper. And when the person said to me, oh, how did you go? I said, listen, my brother, I have a lot of people in my village who can eat. If I sleep here, I'm asking God to punish me. Because that difference, I can take it to the village. I came back from America on Monday, this Monday. And I can tell you one striking thing. Somebody has been asking me about a particular operation he needed money for. I didn't have the money because every day you have thousands of people asking for the same thing. So while I was in America, as I'm arriving in America, I read my WhatsApp, and it was the same person telling me that doctor had given him an appointment this month for that distance and everything. I said, fine. Throughout the time I was in America, we will go to this place. People will say, oh, we're going to buy this. I said, no. We're going to do this. No. So at the airport, I told my host, I said, see all this money that I didn't spend. Once I arrive Lagos, I'll put it in an envelope and send to this person who needs it. If I show you what that person wrote, you give him more. For a tiny money that I would have used to eat and forget about it. But I said to him, well, listen, my host and every other person, everywhere we go, people gave me food. So there was no ready to buy another place. There was a place we went and we were there for by 9. My host said, well, let's buy this. I said, but we have free food by 12. You just wait for another 2 hours. We're not going to die. So where are we going to pay this one? If it's going to just 2 hours, we're not going to die in 2 hours. And we didn't die because it's just 2 hours. But somebody needs that little money to change our life. And Mo had done that with me. So when I say about Mo, I able support. For me, like I tell most people, if he goes in there and change, I can't question God, but I'll be shocked. Because he has seen poverty in people, he's followed me around, and we have also gone around where I showed him, Mo, this is what drives me. It's not about new car, it's not about anything that drives me to be in politics. If it is, I won't be in politics. I'm not saying it for anything. God gave me everything that I need. There's nothing. All I want God to do is to make Nigeria work for people. Let there be children of people. Let young people get up in the morning and go to school. Let them finish school and find a job. I have children. I have 2 kids. They have a job. Tanko saw me this morning talking to my son. And I was telling him that I'm writing something, a broadcast I'm going to do. He said, this is the first time I'm speaking to you in 1 month. Just let me say hello to you because it's independent. I said, I'm just writing something. Peter was there. And he said, send me what you're writing. That's so I can correct it. And he always said it to me. He said, Dad, I learned English better than you, so I was correcting. And that's, for me, there's no problem. It is his job. His job is to write. He writes scripts. So I sent it to him. And he went there when he corrected it and sent it back to me. What am I trying to say? He has a job. And because he has a job, more here have seen where he comes to see me. And I said, I will buy you lunch. I will give you money. He said, no, you can't do that. I will do it for you because I earn money. I don't take free money. You use your money and do those things you're doing that I read. Go and help people who need it. If he wasn't working, what will he be doing? He will be all over the place, creating confusion. But I was governor for 8 years. Nobody saw my children. And I can tell you, if I'm president tomorrow, he's not going to come. Because he's proud with his job. That's what we want to create a society like that. So that children of nobody can have a job. So my dear people, it is not campaign. I'm not here to tell you, do this or do that. But to change this country is all of us. That money you're collecting today, that person who is giving you money and says, support me, that person who is trying to buy you is not buying you. He's destroying the society you're going to live in. That money you collected is why there's no medical care. Indonesia have 95% insurance coverage. Anybody who is sick goes to hospital and gets cured. Poor person, rich person. Here, if you're poor, now church you go endo because and pray and God save you. That's what we want to stop. Education. Everybody have education. That is supported and they can get a job. Here, like I said this morning, all we do here is propaganda. Everything have increased. Just to give you an example of how your country runs. In 2007, just 2007, how many years is difference? 18 years ago. Nigerian total debt, after we got debt forgiveness, was only 2.5 trillion. 2.5 trillion. And it was 10% of our GDP then. 2.5 trillion, that's what we were owing. Today, our total debts have moved from 2.5 trillion to 175 trillion. Over 50% of our GDP. And there's no improvement. There's nothing we can say, this is what we use it to do. But they are going to give you money. They are going to give you, they have a lot of youths now being given money. And when I see them say, oh God, we are working with them, I laugh. I say, me. After my mind is just to continue begging for a change. So that is what it is. 175 trillion. No productive sector. Nothing is working. Everything you get today increase. You pay today more for your passport, more for transport, more for eating, for food, more for fuel, more for Medicare, more for everything. House rent, everything. Everything is on increase. And you get less. Even when you pay more for food, the food they gave you is less. So everything they give you is less. And that is what your country has reached. That is why we want to use people like Mo and his team to start changing. Because when AMAC election comes now, they start giving you money, they start doing everything, and they will tell you, oh, Peter Obi does not want this. Peter Obi does not want this. I don't want it because I don't want to waste my time on doing what is. Everybody who wants to know what I preach can go and check that I've done it somewhere. I was the chairman of a bank in Nigeria. The bank is still there, and the director in 2 other banks. When I was director and chairman, every other director and this thing, I was entitled for the banks to buy me vehicle. All of them. I was entitled to a vehicle from them. But I told them I don't want the car. The banks are still there. They're not closed. I was chairman of Nigerian, the Exchange Commission here, SEC. You can go there and ask them, I didn't take their car, I didn't take their allowance, I didn't take anything. I told them, whatever you people want to give me, somebody else needs it. People must acquire things by need. People must do what? Acquire things they need. That's what I want more to do. Go and feed those hospitals you're taking me to. Go and make sure schools are on. People will tell you there's strike in school in Abuja. Oh. The capital. In Abuja, where the best will be. People are dying. People are being killed. I was just telling somebody that the young girl who died in Arise went to school in the UK and was probably the parents never wished her to come back. But she came back because he believed in Nigeria. and lives in the capital, the safest place. Nigerians are now refugees in their own country. And there's no war. Ukraine is not giving us grain for food. Ukraine is at war. And we are collecting money from politicians. Don't ask Mo to give you money. Go out and use your own resources to support him. I will support him. I will be part of what he's doing. And I assure you that you remember I said all this. If he wants to learn everything I've done and do the opposite, and I can tell you, I know he knows God won't forgive him. Because we debate this every day. And I said to him, Mo, look at your country. Look at what is happening to people. Look at people who are not eating. Look at people who are not doing this. I'm sure I've bored your independence. All I can tell you is, please, do not go out here thinking about what any politician will give you. Anybody who is giving you money is going to steal your money. Quote me. I'm not saying don't work and you'll be paid for working. I'm not saying don't do anything for campaign. Maybe there's more has sent you to go somewhere and you demanded money for vehicle. No, that is different. I send people and I pay them. But please, don't go thinking about how you would steal from him. He can only go there to do what? Steal back. Because they've given you their money. They've come into it. I see people tell me when I was governor, do you know what I paid to be here? I need to cover it. So in course of doing it, they'll steal more. You said the country is very corrupt, but your own corruption is worse because it was the little you took down that the man is trying to cover up. Because by the time all of you take 10,000 from them, he has turned into millions. And when he sees the million, he will remember the one you've taken and the one he will take. And the one he will give for his children. Because he's not sure he will come back again based on the paying and not paying. So he becomes a complete thief. We must change it. I know I'm not saying what people want to hear. But I'm saying I come here today as Independence Day. Mo made a mistake. He would have invited me the way we were going to go to street and all of you. But today is Independence Day. It's a day for us to tell ourselves the truth of this country. It is a day like this that I started preaching to people how I serve. This is my 13 years of living as a governor. And I've always asked people, unfortunately, I did it in a country that doesn't recognize anything good. Otherwise, I would have challenged them. Being the only governor who left money, the country would have seen me as somebody worthwhile. But I still see people who told me, Peter, that's how you went and left money. Other people came and chopped it. He would have just shared it to us. Anambra have not bought me a bottle of pure water since I left. Because I refused to sign what all my colleagues are signing. Called retirement this thing. But I'm happy I live there with them. I'm happy living there. I'm part of there. All I want us to do is sacrifice. The society we are taking money from them and allowing them to abuse will take his revenge on your children. Support candidates like Mo. Support Mo. He's somebody I've walked around with. He's somebody I've been to places with. And I assure you, I don't know what will make him change. I'm not saying he won't, because I've seen so many things go wrong in Nigeria. But I can say I know him. And that's my next feature of my campaign. I'm going to be supporting people based on competence, capacity. They have the compassion, the character and commitment to do the right thing. Because it is not easy. So let's support the right candidate. Thank you and God bless you.
Now, this is no campaign. I know. Thank you so much, sir. The only thing I have to say is that when we are rejoicing and shouting, we're actually celebrating Mr. Peter Obi. We're not rejoicing because of the 65th independence of Nigeria. There are many people, I didn't tell anybody you were coming. Did I tell anybody? Nobody knew you were coming. So when they saw you, the whole place erupted. That's what we're celebrating. But the message has been delivered. All I can say here now, because our time has been so far spent, I have to pay additional for over an hour and a half for extending for the stay in this place. I'll take this opportunity to talk about and tell the councillors that we're going to have meetings and meetings unending. The work begins today. For the ward coordinators, I see what you've done, see your labor. Absolutely, sir. Please, can we make a round of applause for Mr. Peter Obi as he leaves? Just let him go. Let him go. Thank you so much, sir, for your word of encouragement. Thank you so much, sir. You heard from him. Please be seated. We'll be done in 5 minutes. This is very important for us to do. He's going to come. Yes, sir. Thank you, High Chief Peter Ahmed. Thank you, the National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement. Thank you, Alhaji Ibrahim Abdikarim. Thank you, Dikin Kampela. I'm coming to you. Thank you, Deroju, my senior brother. I see you. Thank you, Dr. Eronkwe. Thank you, Julius. I see so many other people. I see all our ward coordinators. I see all the pillars of... I see all the leaders. The work begins now. I want to thank everybody for making it here. From tomorrow, we begin another round of ward rounds. I see some of the ADC candidates. I saw Josiah, Honorable Josiah. I know that the candidate from Kuje, yes, that's the candidate for Buhari. For Kuje, he sent some representative. Yes, we have equal in Gwagwalada. I can assure you, this is just the beginning. We're going to have, every month, we're going to all come together